Welcome back, everyone. There are a lot of new faces around here, which is very exciting, and so I thought I'd kind of introduce myself. If you don't know who I am or what I do, I'm Sydney and I sew for a living. What that entails, I make sewing patterns, but also like tutorials, and I share the things that I'm working on and like give inspiration and ideas and kind of help people learn to sew, especially beginners. I have like a lot of people who want to learn to sew, don't know how to sew yet. And I'm heading into a pretty like standard work week for me, as much as standard goes with my job. Like every day, every week kind of looks different, but I'm doing a lot of like my standard stuff this week. So I thought I'd kind of take you along with me and show you what a standard week in my life of sewing looks like. So on the docket, I have a new pattern that I'm working on. I actually have 4 patterns out at the minute. In fact, tomorrow is my 1-year birthday for pattern launches. I launched my first ever pattern a year ago tomorrow, which is very exciting. But I also have some personal sewing projects I need to work on. I'm going to be sewing a top and a pair of pants that hopefully I can get done soon because I'm going out of town in a few days and I want to bring that new outfit with me. And then I also have a lot of crochet projects that I'm working on. I started, like a couple of months ago, and I'm getting out of the phase of like extremely beginner, don't know what I'm doing, and I'm starting to like actually make really cute things. I just have a lot to get done this week, a lot of fun, crafty stuff. So I've just been diving in this morning to emails, DMs, catching up on comments, and filling out some like reports that I track for myself. And now it is time to dive into pattern design. So let me tell you about the pattern that I'm working on. I have wanted to do a bag pattern forever. Basically, since I started designing patterns, I've made a lot of bags of other people's designs and like things that I've made myself, and I love bags. They're so much fun to make, and you get so much use out of them. They're also great like gifts. I've been brainstorming, Pinterest boarding, mood boarding, saving pictures, getting inspiration from all of these different places, but it just hasn't been clicking yet. And then I had a brain blast last week, and I feel like I really know what this design is going to be. So let me kind of like talk you through kind of the elements of this bag that I've been wanting to bring together, because it is kind of, I have all these different things I want to combine and I haven't known how to put them together, but I think I do now. The 2 types of bags that I use in my life and want to use in my life are, first, just a small like everyday grab and go bag that holds, your phone, your chapstick, your AirPods, maybe a claw clip, your keys, things like that. Just like a small little bag. I think that's what I mainly use and what I mainly need. Purpose number 1. Purpose number 2, I also need quite a big bag for both family things. I have 2 kids. I'm very much out of the diaper bag stage. My youngest is 6, but I still carry like snacks for them, and they always have like random crap they're handing me and asking me to carry. And like I said, now that I've been crocheting, a lot of the time when I go places and I know I'm gonna be like sitting for a while or whatever, I bring my crochet project I'm working on. So I need a project bag that can also just be like a normal life bag as well. So those are like the 2 sizes, and I feel like I can make one pattern that is both of those things, just in different sizes. But then additionally, I love quilting bags. I quilt a lot of like garments and things that I make. I just think quilting is so much fun. And I also really love heavy duty nylon material for bags. Like I have a lot of bagoos and I love my bagoos, specifically the material of them I really like. And so I would love this bag pattern to work for that like nylon material as well. So the 2 different sizes, the different purposes, the quilting, the nylon. I also want this bag pattern to be very versatile, because all of the patterns that I make, and honestly just my style of sewing, is very, okay, great, but what else can I do with it? Like what other hacks can I do? What other versions can I do? So all of my patterns have within the pattern different versions that you can do, different ideas, things you can change up. But then I also hack my patterns quite frequently so that you're really getting like the most bang for your buck, right? With this bag especially, I want it to be a bit of a choose your own adventure, where there's like all these different elements that you can build and mix and match different ways to make whatever kind of bag you want to make without it being overwhelming. So that's another kind of hurdle that I need to tackle once I'm kind of more deep in the design process. So this is so much blabber, but basically this is how my mind is working all the time, and has been for the past 9 months, of just like thinking of all these bag things and how do I marry them together. And I just feel like I keep thinking of more things I want out of this pattern instead of actually finding solutions. So last week I had truly a brain blast, like Jimmy Neutron style, like wait, I think I know what I need to do, and I'm so excited. And so today I am going to be finishing up my first sample. I started it last week. I'm gonna be finishing that sample today. Hopefully I can get another sample in too. I was a little bit hesitant to even show any of this process because I don't want anybody to judge things prematurely. Like, I don't want you to see the sample I make today and be like, I don't want to make that. Like, yeah, me neither. We're just getting the basic bones down today. I'm using my scrap fabric. It's probably not going to turn out super cute. Just don't judge me. I'm going to trust you guys, so you got to be nice about it, okay? All right, I think we're ready to jump into making this bag, and then I'll check in when it is done and kind of like walk you through the specifics. I know I haven't shown you actually any visuals of the type of bag I'm thinking of. Hopefully with this sample, you'll be able to kind of see the vision, and I'll kind of walk you through it once this sample's done. So let's jump into it. First sample of the bag is done and I am excited. I feel like it's looking really good. So I'm gonna show it to you guys, but I need you to understand that this is not the bag, right? This is the bag's deformed great-great-great-grandpa. There's so many things that are gonna change, so many evolutions that are going to happen. Trust the vision. If you see it and you're like, like I get it, but it's gonna be good. I'm hopeful and excited about it. This is the bag. It's like a cute crossbody bucket bag drawstring situation, and this one is the like smaller version. Like I said, I'm gonna have two sizes. I'll have the smaller like everyday type one, and then a bigger like project bag, diaper bag. I'm gonna start off with the things that I am not loving about it that I know are going to change. First of all, it's way too narrow. I knew I wanted this one to be smallish, but it's giving like phone bag, which isn't necessarily what it's supposed to be. I don't quite want it like square. I wanted it a bit narrow, but this is just too narrow. It's very, very skinny. So I need to widen that a bit. That will be easy. I didn't choose a very good fabric for the liner. It's like a thick canvas fabric, which was just a dumb decision on my part. Like I said, I'm trying to use up scraps, but I made a note of that because that'll be a good thing to add into the instructions when I like recommend fabrics, give all the tips and tricks of things I learned along the way as I was making all these samples. That'll be one of them. Things that I do like about it, I think it turned out really cute quilted, which is one thing that I said in the beginning. I really wanted to make sure the bag looked cute quilted. It has like the right feel and shape. It didn't like mess up the construction at all to have it be quilted. So that is great. I also really am surprised at how much I like this type of drawstring that like feeds in and out of all these buttonholes. I knew I wanted a drawstring always, but originally I was going to do like a channel for the drawstring, right? And I've made a few other samples that had a channel and I just wasn't loving the vibe of it, but I really do like how this one looks. And I love that it's very versatile in you can tie it in a bow and be like a cutesy lady, or you can put like a slider thing on this, right? Like a little plastic slider, or make a fabric slider, which I will have instructions to make that. I think for a quilted version, a bow or a fabric slider would look the best. And then if you're making like a nylon bag, it would be really cute to have that like plastic slider on it. Things that I'm going to try some like different iterations and versions, mainly the straps, both the strap itself and the way it's connected. So right now I made these little like nub thingies that the strap feeds throughout, and it's like adjustable, which is kind of nice. I could also brainstorm ways of adding like other little nubs and making it into like a convertible backpack. So that's an option, especially for like the bigger size. That could be cool to make it a backpack. I also have another strap construction thing I want to try, where instead of having like a little nub thing here, there will be like a strip of fabric that connects to the side of the bag. It's in my brain. It's like hard to describe, but I actually think that one will be cuter. But I wanted to try it first without anything like interfering with the construction and shape of this, just to make sure like that this worked before I added other stuff to the bottom of it. So I'm gonna play around with that. That's an option. Also, the straps itself, this is just bias tape, and I mainly did that just for ease to get something on the bag and worry about straps later. I'm gonna mess around with webbing straps, you know, especially with like a nylon bag. I feel like webbing would look really cool. I could experiment with like thicker fabric straps, quilted straps, like puffy straps, double straps, you know, those bags that have like 2 straps on them. That could be cool, especially with like the convertible backpack situation if I wanted to do that. So yeah, there's a lot of options there. And then pockets. I will probably for sure have a pocket on the outside. I love my bags to have like a quick, easy access pocket in the front. So I'm going to be testing out like different types of front pockets, inside pockets. I am happy with it. Like I said, it's not final by any means, but I feel like it's given me really good direction. I'm excited. I'm not feeling discouraged anymore. So all of these things are good things. I have like an hour or 2 left of my workday, and so I am going to make the top that I want to make. It's leftover from a video I made a few weeks ago where I tried to sew like a bunch of stuff all in one day, and it's one of the projects I didn't get to. And so it's been sitting in my closet all cut out, ready to go. I just need to make it. It's my Sid tie top pattern, but I'm going to do the hack that's like the Ganny top that has like a peplum. It's just like a very basic white fabric that I have that I'm gonna make it out of. And I know I'm gonna wear it a ton, which is exactly what I need. I feel like lots of times getting dressed, I'm looking for that kind of top and in just like a basic white, and I don't quite have it yet. So I'm gonna make that. I'll probably get started and then finish it up tomorrow. So let's get back to sewing. I know I'm just getting started on this one, but I'm gonna take a little bit of a pause because I just washed a big load of new fabric in the washing machine, and so I'm gonna iron it all out. But I wanted to show it to you because I need advice. Have these pants, the pants I'm wearing right now actually. They're just like checkery gingham linen pants. They're so comfortable. They're my Lane pants pattern. Every single time I go to get dressed, I see them in my drawer and I'm like, yeah, I wanna wear those today. But I can't wear them every day. And so I've been wanting to make more gingham pants. I'll show you what I got and then tell you my dilemma. The most exciting one is this greenish olive color. I know the lighting's really bad right now because it's dark outside, but this fabric is the exact same fabric as this one. And so I know for sure I'm gonna love this, but I also wanted to make a red-ish gingham pair with a ruffle at the bottom because I made a blue pair with a ruffle at the bottom during the summer, and I wore those just as much as I wore these. Like it was basically like every other day I was doing my black pair and my blue pair with the ruffle. I'm having a hard time dressing the blue ones for fall. I felt like red would be perfect, but what I really wanted was a sort of muted red. And then do you see how like in this one, the whitish color is not white, it's like cream, right? Like a muted red and a cream. That's what I was hoping for. This one had the fabric content that I wanted because it has linen in it. 65% cotton, 35% linen. It looked pretty red on the website. I don't know how it's coming across to you guys, but it is like a very pink fabric. I know it's like, oh, you bought all that fabric on a hope and a dream. I will definitely use it for something. I'm just not sure I want to make pants out of it. But then I got this other gingham, and this one is definitely more red. And it's good, and I like it, but it is very picnic blankety. The squares are very much white and not cream. They're not that like slubby, linen-y, creamy, muted vibe that this one is. I figure if I'm making a ruffle, I'll probably do like an official tutorial on it. I have a Instagram and TikTok reel video. It's very much an overview. It's not like a super in-depth tutorial, even though it's a really simple hack. A lot of you can probably just eyeball it. I was going to record the process, show you how I do it so that the people who really want a lot of exact measurements and instructions can follow that if they want to add a ruffle. Okay, and then the last one I'm very excited about. This one is a bowl denim. It's 9 ounces, so it's like pretty sturdy and solid. Also, I'm making a pair of lane pants with these. Most likely, we'll circle back to that. But I have a pair of white cream cotton twill lane pants, and I feel like those ones and these pants are my most worn pants. And those ones, because they are like a structured, thick-ish twill, they very much give like structured cargo pants, whereas these ones are very much like linen flowy pants, right? And so I can kind of fluctuate between them, and I don't feel like I'm wearing the same pants every day, even though they're the same pattern. Literally my whole closet in the winter is like, what lane pants am I gonna wear today with my sweaters or like button-up shirts or whatever. Now that I'm seeing this in person, this is a little bit of inside information. No, I'm actually gonna tell you all my secrets. So after I do this bag pattern, which I'm hoping to be done by the end of the year, we'll see. I've already started on the pattern after that. I mentioned in my last vlog that I had considered doing hiking pants because I hike all the time. I definitely have in mind exactly like my dream pair of hiking pants, but I've been sourcing fabric. Oh, we have a visitor.
Mom, there's someone at the door and they want to talk to a parent.
1 second. I literally just got a package of more fabric that I don't know what it is. So we're gonna open this. I know we were interrupted. Basically, the pants that I want to make, I've been sourcing fabric for those in more of like hiking pants material, but the pattern that I'm going to make will hopefully, fingers crossed, also work really well for other materials as well. And I almost feel like a denim version would work. So I'm considering holding this back until I'm making samples of those pants. Okay, there's that. Now we get to open this exciting package. So this is from Fabric Godmother. I've been aware of, have been following for a while, but I've never shopped with them, and they reached out and offered to send me some surprise fabric. So I have no idea what's in here, and I'm very excited. Can you imagine if it's like that red fabric that I was describing? That would be crazy. Wait, this is so fun. Oh my gosh, wait, you guys. Okay, no, I'm so excited. This is exactly the kind of thing. This is like a, I think denim, like cow print. And it's so fun and cute and totally something that I wouldn't have picked for myself, but I need people to pick things like this for me to force me to be more exciting. This is actually crazy that we were just talking about this. This feels like an angel just like plopped this in my lap while we were talking about pants. But this would be such a cute pair of lane pants or of my hiking pants that I'm working on. How fun would that be? I feel like it would be cute with like the shirt that I'm wearing now. No, I love this. And then this feels like a linen. There's not a packing slip, so I'm not 100% sure. I'll look on their website exactly like what fiber it is. It feels like a linen-y, cottony, maybe even viscose, but it has like a really nice feel to it. Like it's very soft. I feel like I have to make lane pants with this. Do we want to do ruffle with this? I feel like it would make a good ruffle because it is really like flowy. I'm gonna be known as like the crazy gingham pants lady because I'm going to own so many pairs. So I'm gonna start ironing them. I'll have to wash these ones. And then tonight we are going to a basketball game, a college basketball game. We live in a college town, which I love. I think it's so fun to live somewhere where everybody's like rallying behind a team. Obviously like professional sports teams are that way too, but I feel like there's just something special and different about college sports where it's like you're not cheering for these big millionaires that, I don't know, I just feel like I can't relate to them, right? But the college kids playing sports, I just feel like they're my buds. So we're going to a college basketball game. It will be fun. So I'm gonna iron all this stuff and then we will go to the game. Good morning, friends. I have a dentist appointment this morning and I have a lot of dental anxiety, like pretty bad. So I'm very stressed and I'm going to bring some crochet projects with me to do like while I'm waiting that I'm hoping will kind of relax me a little bit. So I have two like work in progress crochet things that I'm working on. The first one is a scoodie pattern. Not 100% sure how to pronounce it, but my sister sent me this post on Instagram with this pattern and it's like a hood with a scarf thing attached. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. And so I bought the pattern. This one I'm actually making for my sister, who is my style icon. She has like amazing outfits. So you should go follow her. I'll tag her in the description. It felt very much like something she would wear. I wasn't 100% sure if it's something I would wear. So I was gonna make one, put it all together, try it on, like see if I want one for myself too. But this one is hers. So I'm seeing her when I go out of town and I want to try to finish this before I leave. This pattern is from Averpee or Averpee. I'm not sure how to pronounce that either. But like I said, my sister sent this to me and I hadn't been following her before, and I started following her on Instagram and she has like great crochet stuff and just like style things in general. But she also has a YouTube channel that I've been binging and has been amazing. So highly recommend the pattern, her Instagram, and her YouTube. Okay, the other pattern I've been working on is actually a bit of a tragedy. So it's a sweater pattern. I can't remember off the top of my head who the pattern designer is. I'll link it in the description. But I've really been wanting to make a sweater. I wear a lot of sweaters. Eventually I'm gonna learn how to knit. I'm not there yet. So I asked for sweater recommendation patterns on my stories, got a lot of recommendations. I went with this one because it seemed like a pretty basic sweater. You know, I didn't want like a granny square sweater or a blocky cardigan or anything like that. I just wanted like a normal sweater. So I got this pattern. It's called like the I Smell Snow sweater, and it's going well. It's taking a long time, which is fine. It's mostly variations of half double crochets and slip stitches, so it does kind of take a while to put together. But I messed up. There's like a ribbing section at the bottom and I was doing it wrong this whole time and I didn't realize until I got to where I'm at now. This is the front panel of it and it's almost done. I haven't blocked it yet, so it'll stretch out to be like a nice looking knit. Right now it's kind of all smushed together. But yeah, I was feeling really happy with it. Like I felt like it was turning out well, and then I realized I was doing the ribbing wrong. The way I was doing it, it doesn't even like stretch, and so I have to redo this whole thing, which I've been working on this for a couple weeks almost. So I'm really sad that I have to unravel this whole thing. This is how far I've gotten of the back panel. I thought I would start over there, redo the ribbing section correctly just to see how much of a difference it makes, and yeah, it's way different. So I'm gonna have to start over on the front. I'll keep going on the back. So basically my plan is to finish that scoodie pattern before I leave on my trip, and then while I'm like at the airport and traveling and on my trip, I'll be working on my sweater, and that's probably gonna take me a while. So that is what I'm working on. So wish me luck. I am heading to the dentist. I just got done at the dentist. My mouth's a little numb if I look crazy. I just do not love going there. I feel so just like anxious and like shaky. I'm not feeling good. I know my morning has already been not productive, but I very much need to go on a hike or I'm gonna lose my mind. It's also election day in the US, so I need to drop my ballot off in the mail. I really shouldn't go to the dentist on like a super important election day, as if it wouldn't be stressful enough. I'm just gonna go get 2 or 3 miles in, try to relax a little bit. I feel very grateful and blessed that I have a job that allows me to go to the dentist when I need to, be able to go on hikes when I need to prioritize my mental and emotional well-being. So let's go do that, and then we can get some actual work done later in the afternoon. I stayed up last night till like 4:35ish watching the election and crocheting. I'm definitely feeling a lot of heaviness, but I just need to take some time to process. So I'm really going to be diving into work today, especially like creating and making. I feel like making with my hands is something that will be very therapeutic for me today. So I did finish the scoodie pattern for my sister. It turned out really cute. I tried on a little bit. I tried it on last night when I was delirious, so we'll see how it looks. So it's like a hood and it's got the scarf situation. It's cute. The pattern designer did recommend doing like a scalloped edge around like right by the hood and kind of along the scarf. I may do it in the airport tomorrow. I'm still undecided on if I'm gonna make one for myself or not. It is really cute. My 10-year-old daughter said that she would take one, so I might make one for her and then decide from there. I was considering maybe in a few weeks, once I have like a few more projects under my belt, doing a whole video about all of the different crochet things that I have made as a beginner and kind of walking through my learning process and yeah, all the stuff that I've made, because it's been fun and I would happily talk about crochet much more. So I already did all my emails and Etsy messages and DMs, YouTube comments, gotten a lot of like admin work done this morning. I have some more things that I need to be doing later, but like I said, really could use some making time. And I know that I started on my white peplum tie top shirt, but I just really want to make these pants, especially because I kind of want to wear them to the airport tomorrow. I feel like they would be really good airport pants and they're going to come together very quickly. I feel like it'll only take me a couple hours. I'm using my Lane Pants pattern The pattern has an optional cargo pocket and drawstring. I'm gonna be doing like the simplified version today. So there's like slant front pockets, but the rest of the elements I will keep simple, and I'm gonna crop them slightly and taper them slightly. If you want full details on tapering them, you can go to my sew-a-thon video that I'll link because I talked through the actual details there. But yeah, I'm just gonna turn on an audiobook and kind of relax a little bit and make some pants. The audiobook I'm listening to, I'm almost done with. I only have an hour left of it. It's The Child Thief by Brahm, which is a Peter Pan retelling, but it's like a dark retelling. I feel like some books say they're dark and it's like, oh, someone got murdered, and it's like, yeah, no big deal. This is very dark. I have been quite surprised by how just like, oh, terrible things just keep happening. I think I'd give it at this point like 3.5 stars. It's been like good and interesting. I feel like the concept is really interesting. It's like held my attention pretty well, but I don't really like love any of the characters, which is fine. Like, I know sometimes it's not the point, but like, I'm not really like rooting for anybody. I'm not mad at anybody. I feel like I'm not really feeling any strong feelings about the characters or their motivations or the plot. It's just kind of like, all right, this is interesting vibes that is kind of disturbing sometimes. So that's my review of The Child Thief. I don't know what I'm going to listen to next, but I need to figure it out because I'm definitely going to finish this book while I'm making these pants. Okay, let's sew. All right, I finished the pants and I threw them on really quick with just what I was wearing. So this outfit looks kind of weird altogether. But just to kind of show you the vibe, these are the finished pants and they're perfect, of course. So the small modifications I did, I cropped them 1.5 inches. So normally the lane pants are like full length pants. I feel like they'll end up looking even slightly more cropped once they've been through the wash because this is linen, so it's gonna like wrinkle up a little bit. And then I took 2 inches off of the width of the pants in total. And so how I did that very, very simply this time was I just marked in from the like inseam line here. I marked 1 inch in from the front pant leg and 1 inch in from the back pant leg. And then I took that 1 inch mark and like eased it back into the line of that inseam there. Very, very simple. They're only slightly more narrow than the regular pants are. And I'm excited to style them for real and wear like a cute sweater or something with them. I really wanted to finish that white tie top because I think it would look so cute with these pants. But if I do that, I'm gonna be staying up really late to get it done. And like I said, I already stayed up insanely late last night, so that's not a good idea. We're getting close to the end of the workday here. I'm leaving tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be able to do a ton of work while I'm gone. So the last thing that needs to get done today before I go out of town, I am giving you some insider information here. I am working on my own website, which is very exciting because as it is right now, like my patterns are all sold through Etsy. I have different like resources and tips and whatnot on my Instagram and my YouTube and my TikTok and whatever. And so I have like all of these different pieces of things living all over the place, but not like one central place that I can send people to. We're working on a website to house everything. While we're doing the website, or I guess right before we do the website, we're also redoing my branding. I'm working with a designer who's doing the website and my branding. So we're in branding stuff right now, which is like my fonts and my colors and my logos and design elements. There's just like so much fun stuff that's gonna be on the website and in the patterns and just make everything like look really cohesive and cute. In fact, I will put a couple little teasers here, a sneak peek of kind of what the branding is looking like. We're still going through some revision stuff. I've just been so excited about it and I feel like I don't really have anybody to tell about it. So I'll share a little bit with you guys so you can freak out with me. So we're working on the website. Before I go out of town, I have to turn in to my designer just all of the content that goes on the website. Photos and descriptions and headlines and like all of this stuff. There's like quite a bit of things to go through. So I did a big chunk of it last week, but I have a lot more to get done. I need to do that before I leave tomorrow. I also need to pack tonight because I'm heading to the airport tomorrow. I can't remember if I even said like where I'm going. I'm going on like a girls trip to meet up with some of my friends who live out of state. I only see them a couple times a year at most, so I'm very excited. I just remembered we never circled back to the sample bag. I definitely don't have time to make any more samples or do any more patterning for that today. I think this week ended up being way more chill and kind of off than I anticipated, both because it was a short week and because one whole day of the 3 days that I worked this week was sucked up by like election stuff. I feel like that combined with the fact that I didn't make you guys watch me do all my emails and content planning. My social media and like marketing stuff is a huge time suck as well. I do a lot of like mapping out content plans. Anyways, I was just realizing I feel like this looked like I basically don't work. This was a lighter work week for sure, but I might try to do this again when I have like a really, really heavy work week, both in like patterning or maybe even like content stuff, like take you guys with me filming things for like TikTok and whatnot. I don't know. Let me know if that would be interesting to see. There are weeks like this that are chill, and there are definitely weeks where I'm working like 60 to 80 hours that week trying to fit a bunch of stuff in. So I just don't want to give anyone the wrong impression. Okay, I'm gonna stop blabbing and I'm gonna go get my freaking site copy stuff done and get ready for my trip.